In my last episode, I asked ChatGPT to give me a budget PC build. This time, I'm going to ask for $1,000 PC build. Now, last time I didn't know that the information wasn't updated. The data is from 2021, but I will still give you my opinion if the PC build that the chat recommends is worth it or not, and I will also make my PC build for the same price to compete with it and see which one is better for you. However, if you're searching for your perfect PC build for your budget, you can either go to my website where you can find plenty of PC builds for different budgets and different games, or you can watch my PC build playlist with different budgets. And I keep updating these videos every single week. That being said, let's start. So this is the PC build that the chat gave me, with the CPU being the AMD Ryzen 5 5600X, the GPU being the NVIDIA RTX 3060, the motherboard being the ASRock B550M Pro 4. For the RAM we have the Corsair LPX 16GB of RAM kit of DDR4 at 3200MHz. Then for the storage we have the KINGSTON A2000 1TB of NVMe SSD. For the power supply, the EVGA 600W 80+ bronze power supply. And then for the case we have the Fractal Design Focus G. Now, the chat also explained the components themselves, which by the way, it gave me a really good explanation, I'm not gonna lie. And then I decided to ask for the updated prices for 2023, which it replied by saying that it's not able to predict the future or provide updated prices beyond its knowledge, which is from September 2021. However, it gave me some tips on how to find the right PC build, and once again, really good tips, but for some reason it gave me an error mid-explanation. Anyway, let's talk about the PC build. Even if you don't know about PC components, I will explain what this PC is capable of running. The RTX 3060 and the Ryzen 5 5600X is actually a really good 1080p gaming combo. You can as well use it for 1440p, but it's not going to be that powerful, and if you're looking for a 1440p monitor, then I wouldn't recommend you buying this system, especially if you play high demanding titles. If you play esports titles such as Fortnite and Valorant, then it's not going to be an issue, it should be more than enough. But if we are talking about games like Cyberpunk 2077, Flight Simulator, these type of games, then I would recommend you a higher end hardware for 1440p resolution. The total price was $1,058, but once again, this price is outdated from 2021. The price right now is $900, so it went down in price. So I'm going to build a $900 PC build because it wouldn't make sense if I build $1,050 comparing it to the one that he made, because it would be way better. Anyway, let's compare both builds. For the CPU, I picked the Ryzen 5 5600. I don't think the 5600X is worth the price at the moment. Now, sometimes the 5600X is actually at the same price, and at that point, of course, go with the X version. But if the price difference is anything higher than $10, then it's not really worth it, because they actually have almost the same performance and you will not notice any differences between both while gaming. I also added a CPU cooler, which is not necessary. If you want to save money, then definitely don't buy the CPU cooler, but it's nice to have because it's going to make your gaming experience more quiet, and also you will have better CPU temps. We are talking about the ID Cooling SE214XT. This one is an RGB CPU cooler for $20, so the price is really good and it's going to give you a better gaming experience overall. For the motherboard, I picked the Gigabyte B550M DS3H. This one is going for $110, and the one that the chat picked is going for $140. And let me tell you, it's not any better than this motherboard. Down the line, because you have this motherboard, you can also upgrade to something like the Ryzen 7 5800X 3D if you'd like to, for that extra gaming performance. Then for the memory kit, I picked the KINGSTON Fiery Beast 16GB of RAM kit. This is an all black kit, and the one that the ChatGPT picked is actually a gray kit as well, so you can go with that one if you feel like it's nicer. But right now on my PC build, I'm using a KINGSTON Fiery Beast kit, and it's really nice for an all black build. However, this is an RGB build and you will see why. For the storage, I picked the TEAMGROUP MP33 1TB of Gen 3 SSD for $45. Please do not go with the one that the chat recommended, because you will be spending a ton of money on a 1TB SSD stick, so the one that the ChatGPT recommended is overpriced at the moment. Then for the graphics card, I picked the Radeon RX 6750 XT. This one is really similar in performance to the RTX 3070, and the one that the bot gave me is the RTX 3060, so it's going to be much worse for both 1080p and 1440p, so this one is going to be a way better option, especially if you're going for a 1440p monitor. So I wouldn't recommend the RTX 3060 to anyone instead of an AMD graphics card, unless you are a content creator and you really need that NVIDIA media encoder. If we are talking about ray tracing, both graphics cards are not going to be the greatest for ray tracing, so I would recommend spending more money if ray tracing is your strong point. Then for the case, I picked the MONTECH Air 100 ARGB Micro ATX case. This one is going for $77, but it comes with 4 pre-installed RGB fans, 3 on the front, 1 on the back. It also has a front mesh panel. I think this case is absolutely beautiful and is much nicer than the one that the bot recommended, but of course you be the judge, and if you like the other one better, then you can go ahead and buy the other one. I just believe that the one I picked is a much better option for the price. And last but not least, for the power supply, I picked the TherMALTAKE Smart BM2 650 watt 80 plus bronze power supply. This one has more wattage than the one that the bot recommended and is actually cheaper. On top of that, is also better quality because it's CT rated, which is okay for this type of build, and the other one is CT rated but on a different position, meaning that it's one level below. If you didn't understand, basically the one that I picked is better quality, has more wattage, and is cheaper. So the total price for my PC is $900, and the total price for the PC that the bot gave me is $906 by the time that I'm recording this video. So you're spending $6 less and getting a much better gaming performance. Trust me guys, the RX 6750 XT is a much better option than the RTX 3060, and overall this system is a better PC. You get a more quiet experience, you also get a better quality power supply, better airflow, and a nicer case, so overall a much better PC for a cheaper price. You will have both PCs, the one that the chat gave me and my PC, down below in the video description in case you're interested on a $900 gaming system. Trust me, you will get a great performance for both 1080p and 1440p with the PC I've made for under $1,000. So ChatGPT is actually reliable, but at the same time for PC builds I wouldn't recommend it. If you want to build your PC, I would recommend you either doing your research and get knowledge about systems, or just get recommended PCs from people that have the knowledge. Now if you're looking for a Prebuilt PC instead, then I do recommend you watching my video about the best Prebuilt gaming PCs for this month. You will have it in the top right of the screen. Trust me, finding a Prebuilt PC that's good for the price is even harder than finding the right PC build. So I believe that video is going to be really helpful if that's what you're looking for. Thank you guys for watching, thank you for the support, and I will see you on the next one.